Dear viewers, you are welcome to the media chats with Reverend Father Dr. Peter Oluseyi Adeyemi. Father Peter is one of the four priests that will be celebrating their 25th priestly ordination anniversary come 28th July this year. With me are prominent personality from the members of the Catholic Communications Ile-Ife Deanery, including prominent members from SS Peter and Paul Catholic Pro Cathedral, St. Patrick Parakin, Our Lady of Perpetual Light Chaplaincy, Obafemi Awolowo University. I am obliged to welcome specially our dear Reverend Father Peter Adeyemi to the table. You're welcome, Father.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
On my extreme right is Dr. Emmanuel Osawe Akubo from Our Lady of Perpetual Light Chaplaincy. He is a lecturer and is also a prominent communicator. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And I have with me Dr. Angela Ndeka Abasilin, is a very respected member of SS Peter and Paul Catholic Pro Cathedral Lageri Ile-Ife, a very sad member of the Harvest Committee and members of the Parish Pastoral Council. You're welcome, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
At my immediate left is Mrs. Adedokun Marcellinus of Ike. She is also a member, the chairperson of Harvest Committee, SS Peter and Paul, and a sound communicator of the deanery. She was once the communicator director of Ile-Ife Catholic Community. You are welcome.
Thank you.
And I also have with me at the audience the communication officer of SS Peter and Paul Catholic Pro Cathedral, Mr. Shino Emmanuel Borodi. And other communicator members I have with me at the very front, Mrs. L.A. Obawale, and also I have Miss Angela Mary Wumi and Mr. Michael Omogaga. I also have Mr. Robinson Ume and Mrs. Rosemary Ugo. We are now in the river, and then we need to, ask questions about the various lives of our dear parish priest, Reverend Father Peter Adeyemi. Father,
Yes, sir.
can you tell us about your early life and what actually inspired you to become a priest? How has your upbringing shaped your approach towards the ministry?
Thank you, sir. I was born on 8th of August, 1969. I'm an indigenous of Modakeke. Both my dad and my mom, they are natives of Modakeke. I went to primary school in Bongon between 1975 and 1981. That's St. Martin's Roman Catholic Primary School. After I finished the primary school, I was admitted to Community High School, Akriboto, Bongon, a village very close to Bongon. And when we were about to write our WAEC in 1986, that was the time we began the 6334 educational system in Nigeria. So we were taken from the village, we were brought back to Bongon, and we were taken to Community High School, the War Road, now Olufi High School, Bongon. So there I wrote my WAEC in 1986. So 1987, I was admitted to Oduduwa College for HSC, Higher School Certificate. But all along, my plan was to go to Nigeria Defense Academy because I love the discipline in the force, the prestige that military officers had when they took over power in the 80s. And those of us who were young people, we now knew that military career is not just for school dropouts and non-entities. When military officers now became governors, administrators of different states. Well, I wrote the exam on a number of occasions. I didn't pass. I just want to conclude that I didn't pass because I was never called for interview. But the first interest in becoming a priest actually was through a poster. In Oyo Diocese then, there was this poster of all the seminarians in Oyo Diocese with their pictures and the parishes they came from. And there was this writing underneath. Where is somebody from your own hometown? Where is the seminarian from your hometown? And as at that time, there was no seminarian from Modakeke there. And that idea kept disturbing my mind. So 1988, we went to Osogbo on excursion to Bishop Adelakun's house, Baba Adelakun. And when we were interacting with the bishop, the youth from Modakeke, from St. Francis Catholic Church, Modakeke, Baba asked us what we were interested in becoming in the future. Those who wanted to become lawyers said lawyer. I also said I wanted to become a lawyer. I didn't want to say I want to go to NDA. So nobody signified interest in going to the seminary. Bishop Adelakun now challenged us. How come none of you is interested in becoming a priest or religious? Said, okay, go and think about it. So when I got back home, I kept ruminating over it. And that very year, a seminarian was posted to our parish, Father Clement Oyafemi, then in philosophy 2. So I now approached him, how do I go to the seminary? He now told me what to do. I have to apply, the parish priest has to write recommendation. So he kept encouraging me. Even when he left back for the seminary, he kept writing to me, asking me to come and join them in the seminary there. But the interest was not that much there. Until that 89, when Monsignor Shino, when he had his Lifa Jubilee celebration, as a youth, I was among those who organized projects and some other things, organizing things. And after the Thanksgiving, Father Faniron, late Monsignor Faniron, he now said the gap between him and Monsignor Adeshina was 10 years. Monsignor Adeshina was ordained in 1966. He was ordained in 1976. But between 1976 and 89 or so, or 90, when that event took place, it was almost getting to two decades. He said, you youth from this town, how come none of you is interested in becoming, well, at that point, with the different events, the encounter with Bishop Adelakun, the poster, the seminarian, Father Oyafemi talking to me. So I now met Baba Ilesanmi. Hey, Baba, I want to go to seminary. Said, go and see Badejo in Lagere. Bishop Badejo then was the assistant priest here, and he was the vocations director. So when I met Bishop Badejo, and I said, okay, go and bring a recommendation letter from your parish priest. So I went back home, took a recommendation from Reverend Father Ilesanmi, late Baba Ilesanmi, and that was how I entered the seminary in 1991. All along, I've always been, I have the disposition, but the initial career choice, either to become a lawyer or to go to NDA, all those ones were paramount in my mind until God used different events to direct me to the line He's interested in asking me to follow. So that has been, now about, right from childhood, I've always been a Catholic. I lived with my paternal uncle, who was a Catholic, very good Catholic. Even when we were in Gbongan, we were attending St. Anthony Catholic Church, Gbongan. So right from the childhood, I've always been a Catholic, because my paternal uncle that I lived with, Baba Oluseyi Adeyemi, was a very good Catholic. He had all the children baptized, and including myself. However, by the time I wanted to go to the seminary, we were trying to look for records, and Gbongan was an outstation of Ikire, the nearest parish to that place. It was a small community, so we couldn't get my own record. So Baba Ilesanmi had to do baptism again, and now He now wrote the recommendation for me, and that was how I got into the seminary.